Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? It is me, Mr. 4K Upscaler. So, Samsung Galaxy Note 10 Plus. I had this phone now for 5 days since Friday, and I'm going to talk about my experience with this phone so far in 5 days and what I think overall the difference is between the Note 9 and Note 10 Plus. So first thing first, let's talk about the screen. This is a very gorgeous screen. This Note 10 Plus has a really gorgeous screen. We're talking about 3040 by 1440, I think. 3040 by 1440 resolution, and it's much higher than what we had previously on the Note 9. Another thing that you will appreciate about this screen is the fact that there's barely any bezels. This phone has barely any bezels. If you look at this phone from the top to the bottom to every edge right here, you will notice that this phone, it's really like bezel-less. Every area it's covered except, that camera that's there. If this bothers you, like whatever, that's like the only thing that might bother you, that front camera. But other than that, man, this phone has a beautiful 6.8 inches. This is the largest phone I have ever owned. This is 6.8 inches, and it's really, really beautiful, man. It really looks beautiful, and I think you guys will appreciate how beautiful this screen is. Maybe I can fire up PUBG, Player Unknown Battlegrounds, just to show you how beautifully it looks. All right, so there's PUBG. As you can see, it's loading up right now. But when you put this in your hand, when you start playing this game or any other game like Asphalt 9, you're just going to appreciate just how beautiful the screen is, and just what this organic light emitting technology can do. This is OLED pretty much. It's AMOLED, but it's the same thing. It's AMOLED, OLED. It's pretty much the same cloth, the same thing. It came from the same cloth. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful screen. So let's talk about the weight. I just talked about the screen. The screen is beautiful on this phone. Let's talk about the weight. The one thing you will realize, well, only if you have owned previous Note phones. If you owned Note 9 or Note 8, especially the Note 9, the one that I'm filming this with, you will just realize just how much lighter the Note 10 Plus is. Even though the Note 10 Plus has a bigger screen, it's a bit wider, and you will just appreciate how lighter the Note 10 Plus is in comparison to the Note 9. Note 9 is pretty heavy phone, and then when you put a case, it makes it even more heavier. So I appreciate the fact that they made this phone much, much lighter. Now let's talk about like the size and just like what can you expect when you decide to upgrade your Note 9 to Note 10 Plus. What can you expect in terms of size? Well, here, let's talk about that. The first thing right away you're going to notice is that this phone is much wider. It's much wider. The Note 9 was a little cutaway, slightly more cut than it was, slightly more shrinked from left to right side in terms of the width. In terms of a length, they're about the same length. You're not going to see any difference between Note 9 and Note 10 Plus in terms of a length. They're very similar in terms of a length. The difference is the bezels. The bezels are covering that screen, which is 6.4 on the Note 9. On the Note 10 Plus, you barely, there's no bezels here. It's almost non-existent. The entire screen is covered. So barely any bezels. All right, but you are going to notice that this phone is much wider. It is much, look how big my hand is, just to show you that there. And I have big hands. I got a Bigfoot hands. I'm a big guy. I'm 6'3". I mean, 248 pounds. I mean, trust me, I am not a tiny teeny. All right, It's just the way it is. So this is a much wider, bigger phone, and it's definitely the biggest phone I have owned, honestly. Here, maybe for the reference, maybe I can show you. Look at this pen and look at the size of that pen, and just look how wide, how long this pen is, and just look how wide the screen of this phone is. So right away, you're going to notice that difference. As soon as you upgrade your Note 9 or your S8 or your S10, whatever you have, you're gonna realize right away that this Note 10 Plus is much wider, and you got more canvas, meaning you got more screen real estate, and that's pretty darn good for watching movies and playing video games. Now, this pen is much better in my opinion. This pen actually, it's more redefined. It feels like one of those uh, pens that you use for your tablets and for the artists who are using Adobe Premiere, After Effects. uh, it feels really good. It's really good quality. This is not some cheap plastic. There's a little bit of metal here, so this is definitely a good quality pen. I mean, you're overall getting a really good quality here. Okay, now let's talk about the one negative that I personally don't like about this phone. So the one thing I didn't appreciate is the fact that they're not implementing a headphone jack, and I love my headphone jack. I like to have that option. I really don't understand why they're making you use the USB-C. The only way you can listen to a headphones is through two different ways, either Bluetooth wireless headphones or through a USB-C headphones that came in, the earbuds that came in with your phone. So that's the one thing I really don't like. That's like the only negative about this phone. It's just the lack of headphone jack. That's like my only complaint. And I really don't understand why Samsung is trying to go the same route as Apple. You should be different than Apple. You should tell Apple, hey, we're never going to be like you. We're always going to be different. So I don't know why they're doing that. Now, I did test the cameras on this phone, and let me tell you, the cameras on this phone, the front camera and the rear cameras are really amazing. One of the coolest features that this camera has is the stability option. So when you're recording something, when you choose to record, you have this option where you can click the stability right here. You see where this hand is right here? You click on that, and that's the stability. This is a pretty cool option. You click on this. Now, super steady, it's called super steady. It's really a stability mode that helps you get the best possible movement. When you're moving the camera around, if you're moving pretty fast, it's going to try to keep up with that. It's not going to try to have any kind of delay or shakiness to us. It really just tries to avoid a shakiness, that annoying shakiness, when people are doing it with one hand, doing the unboxing. With this one, when you're doing the unboxing with one hand and you click this stability mode on, the steady mode, I'm sorry, the steady mode is the correct term. When you turn on the steady mode, it really helps a lot. And I think I've done a video on that on Friday where I was showing you my OLED with some aquarium 4K HDR footage, and you've seen just how beautiful it's, panning and scanning the entire picture in the room next to the TV. So the cameras are pretty darn good. But let's face it, the main reason you're going to be purchasing this phone is due to its size and, of course, a beautiful 3040 by 1440 AMOLED HDR screen, and it really looks beautiful. I think you guys are truly going to appreciate just how beautiful the screen is on this phone. It's perfect for watching movies. It's excellent, man. Like if you have a really good stand, this is the crystal stand with the lamp that I'm using on this table, and as you can see, it just looks beautiful, man. It's like a little mini OLED TV. It's what it is, man. So it's really a computer. I mean, I would really call this like a computer, this phone. All right, guys. Well, thank you for, I guess, watching this video. It's a short 10-minute video. So remember, I'm not a professional phone reviewer, but I felt maybe I should share my experience and let you know what I think. The main reason I got this phone, it's honestly due to the a beautiful screen. I don't care about all that other stuff. I mean, I have a GoPro Hero 6 camera, which I can use, and I also can use this camera in my Note 9. But you're really going to appreciate just how beautiful the screen is on this phone. The screen is really amazing and it's really beautiful. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoy this video, and I'm gonna see you on Friday. I'll let you know about the live stream on Friday. I don't know yet. I have to look and see what's going on. There's a hurricane coming, so I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I'll keep you posted. So we'll see what's going on. Keep the fingers crossed. I am not a huge fan of hurricanes. Let me just put it that way. So every time they're coming, I don't like it. You know, it's not a fun feeling. Okay. So anyway, there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching.